welcome to live commentary of PSV versus Ajax. It is just started now, the game has just begun. PSV playing in the red and white strip and Ajax playing in the away colours today of this season's kit, which is the blue and black strip at the front and the blue covering all the way the back of their shirt, and of course all blue shorts, all blue socks. So a big game. Do get in touch on our live chat page. Match has begun here in Feyenoord. It is, well, Feyenoord Stadium in Rotterdam. So do get in touch and we'll read out some of your messages throughout. But yeah, what a big game this is for both teams. Both of them at the top of the Eredivisie table. They, of course, both of them are going for the league, but just for today, they are going for the cup instead. That is the Dutch Cup, and it is currently a throw-in for Ajax. And Ajax are just playing from the back at the moment. And now with Blind, calls for it going out of play, and it has this time, and it will be a PSV throw-in at the midway point of their own half. Sorry, we just lost the match for a moment, but we've just got it back, and it's a free kick. So do get in touch on the live chat page, and it looks as though already Ajax are the firm favourites on our live poll. We'll have that on till the near the very end of the game. Ajax leading at 83%, PSV sorry, at 17%. So now. So PSV on the attack on the left-hand side with Sanger. Plays it back. Alvarez in front. Oh, and already a shot on target. And it looks as though, I think it was Sanger who went for it at the end. Now Ajax playing from the back. It's onto the halfway line. And PSV have won the ball back just on the halfway line at the moment. So yes, as I mentioned, it's a nice sunny day here in Rotterdam, and it's been a very good Easter weekend all over Europe weather-wise. And it's nice to see the sun shining now when it's come to the later parts of the European football seasons. Ajax make the clearance at the moment. PSV and Ajax going for the league title, let's not forget. It's a big few weeks coming up, but Ajax currently top of it, but there's still quite a few games to go. Stecklenburg in goal today for Ajax. No Onana today for Ajax in goal. So that's why you see Stecklenburg in there. Onana currently injured, it seems. So it's with Stecklenburg. Out to Mazriari. Mazriari makes a clearance. And the referee says that it is a throw-in. I think it's towards PSV. It looks as though Timber couldn't keep it in play and it went out of play for a PSV throw-in. But we haven't really gone through the lineups yet. So PSV have got Vogo in goal. In defence, it's Max, Ramalho, Tezzi and Junior. In midfield, in front of them it's Sanger, Gutierrez, then Gertz in front of them with Gakpo on his left, with Veerman on his right, and then Zahari, the Israeli veteran, on his own up front. Ajax just trying to defend from this throw-in on the far side. It's a bit of head tennis going on the edge of the penalty area on the left-hand side. Probably about 7 or 8 headers from that just then, and it'll be, after all that, a throw-in to PSV. Yes, you can see a lot of PSV. I mean, to be honest with you, when you look at the PSV and Ajax fans in the stadium, forget about that at the moment, because here come PSV on the left-hand side, try to creep it in, and I think it might have just gone out for a corner. I missed the referee's signal there, but that was Goetze with the attack, getting through there down the left-hand side. The PSV fans are behind the opposite stand where this corner is taken. They're all jumping up and down in the stands. They're loving it. Making the most out of the occasion, you could say. So 6.5 minutes gone. PSV with the first corner of the game. And Ajax having to be careful with this one. It's going to be taken on the far side. Swung in with its right boot. Stecklenburg punches it away. It comes out of the penalty area. About 30 yards out. Now with Veerman. Oh, and it's straight to Stecklenburg. It looked like he tried to cross it in early from the right wing with his left foot, but it's straight to Stecklenburg. And just looking in the stands, it looks as though Klaas-Jan Huntelaar is here at the game today in Rotterdam. Former Ajax legend, who won quite a few Dutch Cups and Dutch leagues in his time for Ajax. Played under Erik ten Hag, and then he pretty much retired at Schalke at the end of last season. He was at Ajax until January 2021, and then when Schalke were fighting to try and survive the Bundesliga, he went back there and retired afterwards last summer. Meanwhile, I think Ajax have got a free kick here. As though there was a foul on Brobbey. He's up front for them today. Going through their lineup, he's up front with Tadic and Berghuis. In midfield, it's Gravenberch, Alvarez and Klazan. And from left to right in defence, it's Blind, Martinez, Timber and Masriari. While, as I mentioned already, Stecklenburg in goal today instead of Onana. And it looks as though Ajax have just won a corner on the near side, their first corner of the game, with 8 minutes on the clock. Last touch coming from Veerman. So a few of the Ajax players just lining up in the box. Tadic is nearby Gravenberch with the short corner. Then got lofted into the box, but one of the PSV defenders headed the ball out of the penalty area. Now on the left-hand side in the sunset area, the sunset coming down here on Rotterdam, and it's captured at least half of the ground, very similar to the setting of what it was like at Wembley Stadium yesterday when we brought you live commentary of Liverpool versus Manchester City. So PSV have actually just got a free kick here with a foul on Sanger from Alvarez, I believe it was. But looks like Sanger received quite a bit of a contact there, and he's still down. Do get in touch on the live chat page, folks. We'll read out some of your messages. Greg Livingston says, hi, hello, Greg. Jake Mail TV says, come on, Ten Hag. Firish92 says, come on, Ten Hag, new United manager. Anita Das asking if there's a TV telecast in which channel. I'm afraid I'm not sure. Depends what country you're in, I guess. Back with the game though, PSV on the halfway line with it. He's out to Junior and he's played it all the way back to Vogo, the PSV goalkeeper. He's not had much to do so far. First touch of the game for him, just by kicking it out to his right. Here they come now. PSV, this is a good chance. It's a through on goal and he has scored! And PSV take the lead in the Dutch Cup final. It's Zari. Well, it's offside. Only just seen the linesman now. Zahari was celebrating. Let's have a look at this again. kept it in play. And then a through ball to Sahari. Oh, that is mightily close. If Sahari is offside, it'll be because of his left arm that's sticking out when he was about to make the run. He was completely unmarked when he picked up the through ball. Relief for Ajax, if it is definitely offside, but yeah, they've played on, so free kick taken already from Ajax, so it stays at 0-0, but PSV already knocking on Ajax's door. What a game it's already been so far in this first 10 minutes. PSV win it in the midfield. William Cavalier says, Libertadores WhatsApp group. Not sure what you mean by that, but Greg Livingston says, did you see the Rangers game, Jamie? I didn't. I missed that one, I'm afraid. But anyway, at the moment, Ajax playing it all the way back to Stecklenburg. And he boots it out onto the halfway line. And this time it goes to Alvarez. Instead of looking towards Stecklenburg, he decides to play the ball forward and pass it to Tadic. Now Tadic to the centre circle of Robbie. Good Tadic again on the left wing. He cuts in with the ball, tries to play it forward onto Robbie, but no good there. And I think Ajax have just yet, they've won a free kick here, the midway point of PSV's half. Going to be on the left-hand side. Oh, one of the Ajax players goes down in the box, but referee, it looks like there was no protest on him anyway, but PSV for now have got the ball out of their area. They tried to go on the counter, but it got discontinued with Blind reading the pass there and intercepted. Here comes Blind now, and he wins the ball back nicely for Ajax. Oh, and at the end of all that, it's very much end-to-end at the moment from both teams. They can't get a string of passes together. The possession keeps changing between the two sides. The match just paused. Mario Götze fouled there and wins a free kick. Greg Livingston asking if there is VAR. There is VAR today. They showed a VAR replay of the goal that was disallowed for PSV, so it looks as though the referee never did check the VAR. He relied on his team back in VAR HQ, wherever that is in Holland, to just confirm that it was offside. Linesman was spot on. Proved that he didn't need VAR on that occasion. Now Blind enters the PSV half from the left. Now to Martinez, to Timber. Yeah, Eric Ten Hag on the sidelines, of course, the Ajax manager, hoping to win another piece of silver as the Ajax manager. Here come Ajax now from the right wing. Cross comes in, header nearly, but it was headed away at the end by the PSV defenders. They tried to pick out Brobby in the box, but they did well there, PSV. And there will be a free kick for PSV again as they tried to go out on the counter. But yeah, looks to be no Anthony at all in the Ajax lineup today. Despite the importance he has been for Ajax, especially in the big games this season in their bid to win the league. He scored the winning goal against Feyenoord a few weeks ago, and we had live commentary for that. So thrown for Ajax midway in their own half. It's long down the line on the right wing. And then this time it's booted up in the air. Then Rinaldo. After all that, it's going to be a free kick for Ajax. Looks as though Broikhaus was involved. Made some contact with Max there. Of course we do, if you look on our screens as well, we do have a live video printer there from around the world. As you can see, about 10 minutes ago, Lyon made it 4-0 against Bordeaux. Barbary with the goal on the first minute of the second half. In Germany, Hoffenheim were goalless against Greuther Fürth. And at full time, it's Lamia 0, Lurikos FC 1. Of course, the FA Cup semis are happening right now. So throw and taken. This time it was Ajax again down the line. PSV intercept. Really has been an interesting game so far. Not really much between the two sides as we've so far reached 17 minutes here at the Feyenoord Stadium. It's already starting to get rattled here. Some of the Ajax and PSV players getting involved, and already I think the referee has raised a yellow card. I'm not sure which player that was because there's a crowd of red and blue shirts in that group. And it's happening right in front of Ten Hag as well. BS Ten Hag being quite the name at the moment in the news in terms of the rumours, you could say, of Ten Hag becoming the next Manchester United manager. Nothing's been confirmed as of yet, but the other day there was a journalist in his pre-match press conference for this game saying congratulations on getting the Manchester United ball, and he said at the moment his focus is to commit as Ajax manager until the end of the season, or at least until the end of his contract, I think he said. So yeah, it's a bit mixed messaging at the moment. Not everyone's sure. Meanwhile, referee has sorted out the group of players. It is going to be a free kick for PSV. From the right-hand side in Ajax's half, it's taken a pass into the middle and now into the box from the left-hand side. And it's offside at the end against PSV, and that was at Gutierrez. Ajax taking it very quickly. The team in blue going on quite fast down the right-hand side. It's Berghaus, makes the cross. It's too long for Brobby, but Tadic picks it up on the left-hand side. Oh, and he goes down. Oh, and the referee says, get up, Tadic. It's not a penalty. I must admit, that looked like a penalty from first reactions. We'll have to see the replay again, but it looks as though the referee said it was a dive, or there was no contact. But PSV on the opposite side there just tried to go on the counter, but the cross was poor from Verman. Well, as you'd expect, the moment the ball's gone out of play, Ajax players surrounding the referee. Tadic is still on the ground in the penalty area. There's not too much contact there, but it was Verman who was involved. He stuck his right leg out. And I think in modern day football, it's quite risky to do that. Tadic very, very unhappy with the decision, as well as Ten Hag, as well as the whole Ajax team, of course. But what drama we've had in this opening 20 minutes, eh, folks? PSV with a disallowed goal, and Ajax with a penalty not being given. So match has been paused. Tadic just being treated. He's still on the ground in the box, his leg being stretched at the moment. That's his right leg. But of course this will add a few minutes to the first half of added time. Just showing the replay again. He does well to get away from Verman. Verman knew he was going to get past him. His body position was just not going to be able to move around for Tadic if he got past. So yeah, I'm not sure about that. Of course, there is VAR in this final, but the referee looks like, I don't think he'll be checking it out. I think he seemed adamant that there wasn't much contact there. So Tadic just walking off the pitch for now. I'm sure he'll come back on. He looks okay. We're just showing a replay now of Ten Hag going to the fourth official. Tadic, the leader, the captain for Ajax. Doesn't look injured. He would be absolutely gutted to not be able to play the whole final for his team. What a transformation he's been at Ajax since joining the Amsterdam club. Last season, well, in the calendar year of 2021, he got the most assists in the world and was even ahead of Lionel Messi, which is an achievement in itself. So the match is back underway. 22 minutes gone in this Dutch Cup final. It's PSV Eindhoven 0, Ajax 0. And meanwhile, it is with Bobby. He's about 40 yards away from goal. He's back towards goal, and he's played it towards Timber on the halfway line now. Timber goes past a couple of PSV players, then a flick forward from Bobby. No, it was a failed attempt. Then PSV clear it from the edge of their own box. It's gone back into the Ajax half, and Timber will kick it back in their half, with it landing on the right-hand side. Cross ball delivery out to the left-hand side of Tadic. Now with Klazan, this is a good shot, and what a goal that is! And straight away, Gravenberch, he hasn't had much to go and do in this game so far, but the moment he had the chance and the space outside the box, he swings it in with his right boot into the bottom right corner of the net. And despite Ajax being given a rejection of having a penalty a couple of minutes before, Ajax do get the first goal of the game after 23 minutes. It's PSV 0, Ajax 1. And it was Klazan who set up Gravenberch. And then Gravenberch got away from his opponent. He just looked for that bottom right corner of the net, and Vogo stretched out. He just couldn't get there in time. It's a lovely finish, and I'm sure for Gravenberch, he liked scoring that in front of the PSV fans. And Ten Hag fist pumping the air and then running to his coaches nearby. Not a bad way to go for Ajax there after what could have been 1-0 down if Gakpo wasn't offside earlier on. Sorry, Zahari was the one who scored, then it was disallowed because he was offside. Back, the game has resumed. And there's calls for a penalty in the Ajax box there. Not sure what happened, to be honest. But looks like the Ajax fans are responding to the PSV fans who are jumping up and down with excitement earlier on. We're just showing the replay again of that goal. It's a fantastic goal. But straight away when Vogo conceded the goal, he was telling his teammates to just forget about it and move on and focus on getting an equaliser. So yeah, first blood going towards Ajax. Let's see if there's any more messages from the live chat page. not much messages there. The live poll going towards Ajax more and more, 81% now of you going for an Ajax win, only 19% going for PSV. Here come Ajax again with Blind. He wins a throw in line with the 18-yard box. Gutierrez having to defend that one. So Blind to take the throw in. He'll play it short to Tadic. Tadic now back to Blind, surrounded by a couple of PSV players. Wins a throw in again, pretty much in the same spot as where he last took it. Now with Blind again, picking up from Tadic's pass after the throw in, and a header across goal, and somehow Ajax couldn't find a second goal. And I think it was Gravenberch again, no, it was Bobby, sorry, who on the far post tried to just tap it in there. I think it was Klazan with the flick. Yep, Klazan with the flick header. I don't think he got the full contact that he wanted, and Bobby knows that he had his foot sticking out and he just couldn't get his back behind it. And PSV lived to fight another day. They could have been 2-0 down. They could have had 2 goals conceded within 3 to 4 minutes there. PSV need to wake up here, otherwise they could lose this cup before the match is even halfway through. Cross comes in again for Ajax. And this time PSV will just let the ball roll out. And it's a goal kick. So if you just joined us, PSV Eindhoven 0, Ajax 1. Greg Livingston says, did you hear about Ashley Westwood, about his horror injury? He broke ankle or his leg, not too sure which one it is. I did hear he got stretchered off and he was in tears, so hopefully he'll have a speedy recovery. But back with this game, PSV got into the Ajax box on the left-hand side of Gakpo. The cross wasn't the best though. Ajax just heading it out of the penalty area for now. Nearly a through ball into the penalty area there. Across there though, not the best from Verman. He's had a bit of a mixed game so far. He could have easily have given a penalty away to his opponents before Ajax had taken the lead. We've got Stanton saying, come on Ajax. And a short goal kick they're playing. Ajax playing the modern way of playing from the back with Stecklenburg. They'd hope not to do what Stefan did yesterday, which was concede right in front of him. They're trying to play the ball out. Now with Blind to Alvarez, then Martinez feeling a bit under pressure, I think, from Goetze and Zahari. On the halfway line at the moment. It's intercepted by Sanguer and he plays it out to Max, the left back. I mean, looking at the options that PSV have got on the bench today, we haven't really gone through the benches yet in our commentary, but Marco van Ginkel's in there, so is Romero and Bruma and Drommel. Ajax have got Danilo, Sebastian Haller, so few options there if both teams need them. Yeah, Sebastian Haller not starting this game despite being the top goal scorer for them this season, if we're talking all competitions, that is. Minutes until half time. And it has been a good cup final to watch so far. PSV with the throw-in, taking it in front of their coach of Schmidt. Of course, Smitch. has been, well, he's had quite the European career. He was manager of Bayer Leverkusen for 3 years between 2014 and 2017. Had 2 years before that at Red Bull Salzburg and at Monster as well before Red Bull Salzburg. So he's been around the block in Europe. I'm sure he was delighted to get PSV Eindhoven in their first Dutch Cup final in 9 years, which is hard to believe when you mainly look at the Dutch league as a league that is between Ajax, PSV and maybe Feyenoord just outside of it. But so far it's not going to plan for PSV. 1-0 down, with Gravenberch getting the first goal of the game. Meanwhile, there's been a free kick here for PSV to just take inside their own half. It's with Junior. Chips it about 15 yards forward to the halfway line. Instead, the team in blue intercept, and they could just come through here. Good one by Gravenberch. He says the referee should have given him a free kick. They tried to play advantage in his eyes, but he didn't get the advantage he wanted. But the referee looks as though he gave him enough advantage in his book. Ball now in the Ajax half on the right. Now to Martinez. He's not really sure what to do with this, apart from maybe chip it out to the right of Klazan. Short pass forward down on the right wing, but it's no good. And PSV have intercepted and tried to clear it out, but it was Klazan who got the last touch, and the ball went out of play in behind the goal for a PSV corner. Sorry, for a PSV goal kick. Just watching the replay of Gravenberch, furious there by the referee's decision when he thought he should have got a free kick. If you haven't yet, folks, do subscribe to the channel. Click that subscribe button, and we would love to get ourselves to 7,000 subscribers. It's free to do so by clicking that subscribe button. There's no monthly charge or anything like that. It's free to follow us on YouTube for future football commentaries, live streams, whether that's in football, snooker, golf, you name it. Let's Talk Sport is the place to be. Here come PSV with a cross. It's kept in play. I think the referee has given Eindhoven a corner kick here on the far side. Last touch coming off Timber. The sun starting to come down here in Rotterdam. It starts to get quite shady on the pitch, and that was a wasted corner because it swung straight to the hands of Stecklenburg in between the posts. He rolls it out to Masviari. Now Timber. Notes that there's a few questions on the live chat page asking us the live link for the match. I'm afraid I don't have a live link. This is a live commentary, so if you are struggling to find a stream for the match, we can of course give you audio description of what is going on in the match and keep you updated. That's what live commentaries and Let's Talk Sport is all about. We do have some World Snooker Championship coming up this week. Our first stream of this year's World Championship at the Crucible will be on Wednesday night in the final session of Kyron Wilson versus Ding Junhui. Ding Junhui, a 2016 runner-up against the 2020 runner-up of Kyron Wilson. And here come PSV now on the edge of the box. Klazan heads it just a few yards out, but PSV starting to get themselves more up front since conceding. And Might have been a late challenge there by Teze. Looks like he caught Tadic. Tadic already been in the wars today when he got tripped in the PSV box, but not getting a penalty that time, and straight away in front of the Ajax dugout. Tadic is getting checked out on his left leg. But Teze went in with a high boot and caught Tadic when he tried to kick it up. But you can tell from what Tadic was doing there, he straight away took his shin pad off and lowered his socks. And he was slamming the pitch while in agony there. But it looks as though the referee's just having a word with Blind and Klaassen. Two very experienced Dutch players that have done pretty well in their time at Ajax, winning a few trophies together. Both of them, let's not forget, tried out the Premier League. Daley Blind went to Manchester United when Louis van Gaal was the manager there. And Klaassen went to Everton, not a spell to remember for him. A season or two he was at Goodison Park, and then headed back to Ajax. Klaassen was also part of the Europa League finalist team of 2017 when they lost to Manchester United. That was a Jose Mourinho side at the time, losing 2-0 in that final. That was just months before Ten Hag would get the Ajax job. He got it in December of that year, so about 7 months after that final. So match currently paused at the moment with Tadic being treated. He's near the sideline, so if they wanted to play on, they could just tell him to get off the pitch for a moment. He is currently on the sidelines, on the ground. He's got his shin pad back on and his sock rolled back up to his knee. He's still limping though. But it looks as though he's determined to carry on playing. So Ajax with a free kick here, 40 yards away from their target. It's a good ball from Blind to Brobby. Brobby though, that was not the best of control. He chested it down in the box, but it ended up going out of play. Tadic comes back onto the pitch. And now PSV playing from the goal kick, only for the ball to be intercepted by Timber. Timber runs 10 yards to then play it out to Berghaus. Berghaus again. Now with Brobby, he's getting pressured and goes back to the halfway line. Tadic tried to make the pass complete, but his opponent beat him to it for the loose ball. Now here come Eindhoven on the left-hand side. This is a good run. Now onto the left with Gakpo. Gakpo sees a couple of reds in the box. Not the best of crosses, nowhere near the two that were in line for the goal. It's gone out for a PSV throw-in. Do get in touch on the live chat page, folks. We'll be happy to read out your messages, especially at half-time, which is in about 5 minutes. But it's just the goal that separates the two Dutch teams at the moment. PSV 0, Ajax 1, Gravenberch on the 23rd minute. PSV had a goal disallowed, which Zahari was the man that, well, he scored and he thought he'd put them in the lead until the linesman raised his flag. PSV with the most weird cross there. Went across the face of goal up in the air, too far out, but amazingly Gakpo was able to pick it up. And now a shot out of nowhere at goal from about 30 yards out. Just too far, easy for Stekelenburg to deal with. And Sanger with the shot straight at Stekelenburg at the end. So yes, Stekelenburg, known for his time at Ajax, but also known as the Netherlands goalkeeper. The main goalkeeper for Netherlands back in the 2010 World Cup. but he was the runner-up, losing to Spain in that final after Iniesta scored the winning goal in extra time. Stephen Weil has come up with a good question, asking, will Ten Hag announce anything after this game, do you think? Well, he seems very focused on just getting the rest of this season done as the Ajax manager. He might do, but I don't think he'll announce anything until he's told his players. But one or two Dutch journalists seem sure that he's already signed the deal to be the next Man United manager. So only time will tell. Four minutes to go till half time. Lyon now 5-0 up against Bordeaux. Akanbi with a goal in the 68th minute. Atletico Madrid have won their game at home against Espanyol. 2-1 the scoreline. Back to this game then. Team in red and white of PSV. Just tossing it around on the back line at the moment. As the moment they have possession, they just play with three at the back. Even though they have their formation of four defenders today of Max, Ramaho, Tezzi and Junior. And Rag seems adamant that he will announce it. I couldn't see it being today. I mean, why today? But it'd be interesting if he does announce it. I always thought it wouldn't be until the club have announced it. Normally the club announces these things. I very much doubt that Ten Hag will announce it unless the club have said he can. But normally the club, who knows? You just never know. If they do it after this match, will the club, as in Manchester United, announce it? Who knows? PSV there in the centre circle. With Verman. Now with Goetze. Back with Verman. Pushed all the way to the halfway line. Calls for a foul, and it is a free kick for Ajax on the halfway line. It's Bobby who goes down, and he's still down. But yes, a few players in this match already in the wars. But yet again, Gutierrez with the foul. So free kick taken. Down onto the left hand side. Here's Klazen, he's got some space. And there's a shot, and it's in! 2-0 Ajax. And what a goal that was by Berghuis, I think it was. No, it was Mazriari who scored. Klazen had the space, but he decided to leave it for Mazriari to his right. And he swung it into the bottom left corner of the net yet again. PSV giving them all sorts of space outside their 18-yard box, and it's cost them yet again. Seconds before we reach half-time, PSV Eindhoven are looking like they're accepting the runners-up medal already. It's PSV 0, Ajax 2, and Ajax on their way to winning their 4th Dutch Cup in the last 5 finals. But Mazriari, lovely shot. Hit it straight. He couldn't have hit it any more straighter than that into the bottom left corner of the net. And he kisses his fingers and then points them to the sky. And Vogo frustrated to concede another goal. And just about to reach half time as well. PSV 0, Ajax 2. And, well, the referee's just made a signal and the goal's been disallowed. Oh, they're just showing the VAR screenshot now, and it's Tadic who's offside from build-up play towards that goal. Wow. So So that's 2 disallowed goals we've seen in this game, 1 for PSV and 1 for Ajax. So it's just about to change the scoreline, and I'm glad I didn't. It's 1-0 still to Ajax, and here come PSV now to look for an equaliser before half time. Cross comes in. Oh, good header away by Timber. Then Klazan clears it on the second ball. And the match has been paused as Ramalho has been fouled from behind, and he wins a free kick for PSV. There's going to be 5 minutes of added time. I do think a lot of that will be because of Tadic getting not only one, he got 2 treatments during that first half. One when he tried to win for a penalty. Oh my God, looking back at the replay of Ramalho, he lands right on his back when up in the air. It's a nasty landing. Looking back at the replay of Ajax's disallowed goal, it's Tadic who was just an inch offside. And there's a good slow motion replay of Masviari looking a little stunned while being informed that his goal was not going to stand. Don't think anyone expected that. Everyone seemed sure that Ajax had got their second goal. Well, even though there's supposed to be 5 minutes of added time here, it could be more than that at the moment because of Ramalho being checked out. He landed on his back very, very bad. And he was up quite high in the air. Always have to be careful up there. But Jamie Burgoyne has got in touch, one of our moderators. Hello Burgoyne, how are you? He asks, where is your beautiful face, Jimbo? Well, thank you very much. And some people say I've got a radio voice. Just keep watching that replay though of Ramalho landing on his back, and it was nasty. Probably it wasn't having any of it when all the PSV players around him were saying that it was definitely a foul. Probably just looking the other way, and yeah, I'm sure when he watches the replay back he'll realise how nasty the landing was. I mean, it wasn't intentional. Ramalho's on the sidelines for now. The game back underway. It's been an eventful first half, 2 disallowed goals, 1 for each team. A penalty call that was denied. And already a couple of moments between these two sides, getting a bit feisty with each other and having a few disagreements. But it just shows how heated this rivalry is, especially with a league to be decided between the two, as well as this cup. So far going to plan for Ajax. Gravenberch's goal on the 23rd minute separates the two sides. And Tadic, I think he tried to play a crossing on the volley on the left wing, and he apologises to his teammates because he just ended up kicking it way out for a goal kick to PSV. And the goal kick taken quickly. Very rare that you see goalkeepers boot it up in the air anymore, only when they're trying to look for a late goal, if the time's ticking on them, they need a goal. Blind picking up the pass from Martinez. Tadic back to Blind on the halfway line. Now with Timber. Timber nearly getting himself into all sorts of trouble there. But he keeps the possession going now. Bobby chests it down with his back towards goal, and he gets away from, well, I say he gets away, nearly gets away from the 2 PSV opponents. And then all of a sudden the midfield of PSV tried to lift the ball long down the middle, but it was too far for Zahari to run at and keep the attack going. So it'll be an Ajax throw-in deep in their own half. So as I said, there's 5 minutes of added time. The 5 minutes is about to go up now, so we're up to 50 minutes. May have another minute added on because of the foul that was made against Ramalho, who just got himself treated during the stoppage time. Remember, folks, to get in touch on a live chat page, be sure to let us know your thoughts on the game. Message any of your thoughts on Ten Hag to potentially becoming the next Man United manager, or who you think is going to win this final. Do Ajax deserve to be in the lead as well? Let us know, and we'll read out your messages. And be sure to subscribe. Home of snooker, football, F1, MotoGP, tennis, golf, you name it, any sport you can think of, we at least make sure we do a watch on for each sport whenever we can, including commentaries like this one, the Dutch Cup final. But anyway, the referee has blown the whistle for half-time. So we do have a good game on our hands here, folks, here in Rotterdam. Ten Hag walks across the pitch to head to the tunnel, and so do the coaching staff as well of Ajax and Schmidt of PSV, the PSV managers. They all start to walk off. A lot of talking to be done at half-time between the two teams. This is anyone's yet, but it's Gravenberch's goal on the 23rd minute that makes it 1-0 for now. It could have been 2-0 to Ajax, it could have been 2-1 if PSV's goal from Zahari wasn't disallowed, and if Ajax's Mazriari's goal wasn't offside as well. But that is so far what we've had in this Dutch Cup final. So PSV Eindhoven 0, Ajax 1. And we'll be back in about 10 minutes time or so to bring you back live commentary of the second half. So don't go anywhere. Be sure to stay tuned, and of course leave out your messages in the live chat page, and we'll read them when we come back. Welcome back to our live coverage of the Dutch Cup final of 2022. Players are back out on the field, and away we go for the second half. So PSV kicking off the second half for us, and they'll be attacking from right to left, Ajax from left to right. Ajax playing in the away colours today of their black and blue strip for this season, and PSV in their home colours of the red and white strip for today's match. So if you have just joined us, it looks as though there's been no changes from either team at half time. Only a goal that separates the two sides. Gravenberch with the first half goal. Meanwhile, back in the FA Cup semi-finals, Chelsea winning 2-0 now. Mason Mount has scored. I think that was around 11 minutes after Loftus-Cheek made it 1-0 to Chelsea. It looks as though Chelsea will play Liverpool in the FA Cup final. That'll be a third FA Cup final in a row for Chelsea. But can they be third time lucky, because they haven't won it in those last two finals either. Alvarez back with the game. Alvarez looks like he might have got caught in the eye. He seems okay. And Ajax playing it back to their back line with Timber. Then to Stekelenburg. Stekelenburg, as I mentioned, the World Cup finalist back in 2010. Didn't get the World Cup that time. But you'd think Stekelenburg will probably retire at Ajax, where it all started out for him. By the way, here come his team now with Klazan on the edge of the box, trying to pick out Tadic on the right-hand side. But a good block there from, I think it was Teze who made the block at the end, which if he hadn't done, Tadic could have had all sorts of space in the box to have a pop at goal. But the ball's now on the opposite half of the pitch, and it's Goetze who's just won a free kick. Tadic with the foul. Never got the ball at the end, Tadic. So a big moment here for PSV, and this time they're tacking towards the end of where their fans are. Many of those thousands travelling to cover this and come and see this. So free kick at the moment. Gakpo behind it. And so is Junior. So the free kick is about 30 yards out. Referee blows the whistle. The ball comes in, and it's a header, and it's in. And PSV have equalised. And it's Gutierrez with the goal. Just into the second half, PSV have given Ajax quite the challenge now. And in front of the PSV fans as well. It was a flick header across the face of goal, and then Gutierrez on the near post, heading it home. And the game is back level. Now, was he offside? No, he wasn't. Gutierrez was onside. And I think it was Gumalo who made the header flick towards Gutierrez, and he scores, beating Stekelenburg to it. And this is exactly the start PSV Eindhoven we're hoping for. So PSV 1, Ajax 1. We've got a game on our hands, folks. And now here come PSV again as they come on the press of the attack down the middle. And they'll go for a shot, and it's beaten Stekelenburg, and PSV have taken the lead. 2 goals in a matter of 60 seconds. And this time it's Gakpo, the man who delivered the free kick for the first goal, has made it 2-1 for PSV Eindhoven. He screams up in the air. And to think this is their first final in 9 years, and now they've retaken the lead I say retaken the lead, their first lead of the game, but they have turned around the scoreline, and Ten Hag can only watch in silence in the dugout. Ajax tried to clear from the back line, and then Gakpo intercepted about 40 yards out, then dribbled the ball forward, and then from the edge of the box he thought he'd go for goal, even though there was Klazan in front of him. It went past Klazan and past Stekelenburg, and Stekelenburg knew the moment it was going past him, that was going in one direction, and that was the corner of the net. What a moment it's been for PSV, and as you can see, the beers are out, the fans are jumping in their stand. What a game. And already PSV trying to go on the attack again. So there you go, the score now updated. But Ajax now having to try and turn this game around. Incredible to see pretty much a goal within, 2 goals within 2 to 3 minutes. And now Ajax fans completely silent on the right hand side of me of the stadium. So PSV with a throw in their own half on the near side now with Klazan. Oh dear, couldn't link it up though. And it's going to be a throw-in. So Blind having to run back to the loose ball and then pass it to Stekelenburg. Stekelenburg then lobs it over his opponent for Blind to collect and then clear it. Lands on the halfway line. Now Ajax coming down on the run on the left-hand side. Remember, they've got Sebastian Haller on the bench today, their top goal scorer. They might need him. It starts to get late on in the game. They haven't found an equaliser at least. For PSV. Certainly kept Tadic quiet, that is for sure. Looking at the Eredivisie table, as I said, both teams are going for it. Of course, PSV 4 points behind Ajax at the moment. It looks as though there's a free kick here for Eindhoven. 30 yards out, and the last free kick they had ended up being a headed goal. Gakpo again, who's causing problems, and he gets fouled. Didn't see much contact in it. But Masviari's the man who gets penalised, and he gives away the free kick. Who'd have thought in the first half Masviari thought he got his team 2-0 up, then his goal got disallowed, and now here they are, Ajax 2-1 down. Football, what can you do? If you just joined us, where have you been? The last first 9 minutes of this second half has seen PSV turn it around from 1-0 down to 2-1. So here comes the free kick, and it's straight at goal. I say that, it's just over the crossbar. Did Stekelenburg get a touch? I think it might be a corner. Let's watch the replay here. It was Zahari with the free kick, and Stecklenburg did get a finger to it. So it will be a corner on the far side, but they are pumping up and down the stands, the PSV lot. Big moment for them, as I said, first cup final in 9 years. So corner to come. The red flare's just gone off as well in the stand, so a bit of mist coming to the pitch there, but Ajax deal with the pressure of the corner and the fact that the outcome could end up with them being 3-1 down. And it's a free kick for Ajax. Klazan gets fouled just inside the Ajax half on the left-hand side. There has been quite a few fouls in this game, but I don't think we've actually had any yellow cards yet. Ajax take the free kick. It's now with Tadic. And the ball through to Brobby. Brobby falls down, but Klazan slides and scores! And he puts Ajax back level. And he goes over the advertising boards and runs to the travelling supporters. And what a response by Ajax. This is looking to be a very good final. 2 goals apiece. PSV Eindhoven 2, Ajax 2. It's Klazan with his first goal of the game. And I don't think there'll be any VAR checks to say that the goal was disallowed. Everything looked absolutely fine with that, watching it the first time. Watching the replay though, the attack coming from the left-hand side. It was a good pass to Brobby. Brobby might just be offside actually, just as I thought it was all clean, but Brobby might be offside. And then it was Brobby played it to Klazan, and then Klazan slid and scored. Tell you what, Ajax might be in trouble here. They might actually go back to 2-1, and it is. The referee has disallowed the goal, and PSV are still 2-1 ahead. So we've seen 2 goals disallowed now, 1 for Ajax and 1 for PSV. All of a sudden, nothing going right at all for the Dutch champions. Now here come Ajax. Again, they're looking for that second goal, disallowed. But now here come PSV on the attack on the halfway line. Referee says no foul. Now here's Mazriari. He had a goal disallowed. He'd love to get one now, and his team need it. The ball comes across to Brobby, but it doesn't get to him. But then the loose ball, and it's hit the post. And PSV can just clear it for now. But Ajax so close to that equaliser. 58 minutes in, this has been a dramatic second half so far. Pellegrim saying 2-2, good game. It's 2-1, mate. It's 2-1, nothing's changed. Batu Tek saying Ajax with a few X's. Now here come Ajax again on the right-hand side. And Gravenberch, and a foul. No, Berghaus. His ball was dangerous in, but yet again, Ramalho and Teze, the main centre halves for PSV, have done a good job so far in this final. So far, looking in the dugout, it looks as though Schmidt or Schmidt, it looks like he's going to make his first change. So we can see one of the PSV players, one of the substitutes getting ready. It was Tadic who hit the post. It hit the inside post as well. Just didn't go for him in a lucky kind of way. And it's funny seeing there's still a lot of Ajax fans that are sitting where the sun is shining. So they can't exactly see it very well. All with their hands over their eyes. But I guess that is probably the beauty of VAR. One moment you think the goal is going to be allowed, and then the next it's disallowed. Well, we thought maybe PSV will make a substitution. Just reached the hour mark. But it looks as though Gakpo is being treated on the sideline, and so is Mazriari. But what do Ajax do to get back into this game? Mazriari's just got himself up. Tadic watching on. Tadic had a couple of setbacks during the first half where he had to get treated. And the game's resumed. Both players back out onto the pitch. That's Gakpo and Mazriari. Ball currently in the centre circle with Plazan. Plazan thought he got his team back level, but only to be denied. Now here they come now, Ajax on the left-hand side. This is a good chance, and it's a block. And I think it was Gravenberch with the shot, and he straight away places it next to the corner flag as he's won a corner here. Referee just telling them to retake it. They wanted to take it very quickly, but I'm not very sure what the referee stopped them for. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. We all remember Liverpool taking a quick free kick once when the Barcelona defence weren't ready for it, and Trent Alexander-Arnold gave it straight to Origi. Couldn't believe it. Oh, good punch away by Bogo from the corner. It's gone to the right-hand side now. Now Gakpo. What an influence he has been in this second half. He sets up, brings in a free kick that sets up the goal, and then goes and scores the second goal minutes later. And now calls for a foul, but Ajax play on. It's on the right-hand side. Timber just wasn't in the right place at the right time to pick up the pass again. And I think there could be a yellow card here. Not sure who the yellow card went to, I just missed that. I think this was for foul moments before. It was a late challenge on Berghaus. There's also a late challenge on Gakpo as well from Berghaus, so a bit of hitting, bit 50-50 from both players really. Both as bad as each other. Just to let you know, folks, when we reach around 80 minutes or more, we will be asking you for your player of the match, and we'll give you some options for you in the live poll. And I'll do vote to who you think will win the Dutch Cup despite PSV taking the lead. 81% of you did vote for an Ajax win. It has finished at Wembley Stadium. Chelsea are heading to the FA Cup final, and they've got a date with Liverpool at Wembley Stadium for Saturday, May the 14th. They've beaten Crystal Palace 2-0. Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Mason Mount with the goals for Chelsea today. It's finished full-time in Berlin, Union Berlin 2, Eintracht Frankfurt 0. Frankfurt with a fantastic win at the Nou Camp back on Thursday night to get themselves into the semi-finals of the Europa League. They absolutely stunned Barcelona, and they were able to hold on late in the game as well to just get the win after Barca got 2 goals back. And I think there was like 9 minutes of added time as well in that second leg. Yeah, Frankfurt not getting a win there. They're losing away to Union Berlin, but I'm sure their focus is on the semis of the Europa League in a few weeks' time. Goal kick, meanwhile, for PSV. 64.5 minutes gone. You're listening to Let's Talk Sports live commentary of the Dutch Cup final between PSV Eindhoven and Ajax. be sure to click that subscribe button. It's free to do so. Give the channel a follow for more updates of our future streams and watch-alongs here on the channel. And we've also got coming up, which you might have noticed as one of our featured channels on the page, we have Let's Talk Games. So if you're into your video games, be sure to subscribe to that. We'll have some videos coming up on that channel as well. And this Wednesday we do have our first World Championship Snooker watch-along of the tournament. It all kicked off yesterday at the Crucible. That's when the tournament started. It's on for the next 2 weeks, and we'll be starting our coverage on Wednesday night for the final session between the 2016 runner-up against Mark Selby, that was of Ding John-Ree, and he'll go up against Karen Wilson, who was the runner-up in 2020. So they both have one thing in common, but they would both love to have a go at winning the World Championship this time. So do keep an eye out. If you love your snooker, do keep an eye out for that. And of course there are other streams coming up as well. We've got the Milan Derby coming up on Tuesday night. So throwing for Ajax in their own half. Jason has got in touch. Hello Jason, he says, I'm here to support Ajax and Erik ten Hag. I'm a Man United fan. Well, at the moment, Erik ten Hag is not doing a good impression towards the United fans. He's got his team 2-1 down after they were 1-0 up in the first half against their rivals PSV in this Dutch Cup final. But Ajax, as we all know, we've seen them in the past on our streams, that Ajax will keep fighting. They've done this before, from 2-1 down. Here they come now. It's Klazan, heads it softly, and he keeps it, and he does well. Now Berghaus might have just gone too wide there with the ball, and he's crossed it straight to Vogu's hands. But we did, as I said a few weeks ago, we did bring you live commentary of Ajax versus Feyenoord at the Amsterdam Arena, and Ajax went 1-0 down, then 2-1 down, and they still won the game at 3-2. Anthony with the winning goal there. But anyway, we're going to see some substitutions. These should be our first substitutions of the game, and it looks as though Gakpo is done for the day. He's taken his captain's armband off and he's walking to the dugout, which would be a bit of a shame for Schmidt and his team, because Gakpo has been brilliant today. He's been the main influence for both goals. He scored the second goal, and it looks as though he's going to get replaced. Verman is going off as well, so Duan and Bruma are coming on to replace Gakpo and Verman. Gakpo, I'm sure, will be gutted. He's getting a good pat on the back from his manager and the coach giving him his sweater to put on and keep himself warm. It's pretty much all shaded now, the pitch, since the sun is coming down here in Rotterdam, being played at the Feyenoord Stadium. Blake Demovsky saying Haller for sure. Ab Harik has said that Ajax will come back. The Real G says Ajax for the win. Leon says shout out me. Hilton Fawn saying come on Ajax. Anyway, here come PSV though at the moment. A lot of you Ajax fans probably listening nervously, hoping to hear of an equaliser, but meanwhile it's PSV in the box and they're going to go for goal. It's blocked, and then another strike, and it's blocked again. Ajax know that the next goal is incredibly crucial. You'd think maybe if PSV do get a third goal before Ajax score again, that this could well and truly put the game to bed. Over 20 minutes to go, they've got Ajax. Of course, one goal would probably do it, just to at least take the game to extra time. Let's not forget this is a cup final. I believe it's extra time, and then if not decided then in terms of the scoreline, it'll be to the nerve-wracking penalty shootout, which no one ever wants to go and face when it comes to a cup final. Meanwhile, Ajax trying to play down the middle. Berghaus with the pass, but it just wasn't accurate enough. Now Gutierrez, the man who scored the first goal for PSV this evening, scored with a header from a free kick. And now PSV have won it in the centre circle. Now Zahari. That's a good ball from Bruma there. And Ajax clear it for a throw-in. There's a few brave PSV supporters who've taken their shirts off. Surely it's getting a bit colder in the stadium since the sunlight is coming down. Throw-in taken. I mean, you do wonder, don't you, as Erik ten Hag's appointment of Man United, been a bit of pressure for him to win this game, maybe, knowing that Man United fans would be tracking what is going on. Leon asking if I know Mark Goldbridge. I don't. Quite the YouTuber though, isn't he? But be sure to subscribe to the channel, folks. We're hoping to get to 10,000 subscribers. We can't do it without your support. Ball's gone out of play for a throw, but it looks as though Sebastian Haller is going to finally come on. Sure, some of the Ajax fans would probably like to have seen him come on earlier, but Alvarez and Masriari have gone off. Haller has come on, and so has Schurz. So Haller has been not shy at all of his opponent's goals this season. He's bagged quite a lot of goals. Let's not forget he scored more goals than games in the Champions League. And then they would get knocked out by Benfica, which was a bit of a surprise to some. Especially when they won every single game in the group stages. But maybe you could say in the last few weeks Ajax have been a bit edgy when it comes to outside the league. They're 4 points clear in the league, so they are still firm favourites to defend their league title from PSV. Klazan goes down about 40 yards out from goal. He wins an Ajax free kick. It's more towards the left-hand side. Alex Sheffer's asking how has the game been. It's been a very end-to-end game, but it's PSV scoring 2 goals in pretty much 2-3 minutes. That has stunned Ajax in a way. But here comes the free kick. Deep into the box. A kick would do maybe, and a good save by Bogo. He celebrates the save, but it's not over yet. Ball on the right-hand side. It's a throw-in for Ajax. It was Berghaus who was trying to get the cross in, but it was well blocked by Junior. And the throw-in ends up going to no one, and PSV now lob the ball forward, and it's 3 against 3 on the counter if they can make the run. Holds the ball a little bit there. Now on the right-hand side of... Oh, Bruma. And he tried to do a bicycle kick there, and it was no good at the end. Worth a go, I guess, but what a save that was. Looking back at the Ajax attack just before that, it was Schurz who made the attack and made his shots saved. Crash illustration says, come on Tag, you've got this. Merles Moranto says Ajax goal. They've got 16 minutes to save the game. Here they come on the attack now then. Or cross knocked out with by the PSV defenders. Berghaus. But the time is starting to tick on Ten Hag and his men. 15 minutes to go. So Bogo, as you'd expect, the team holding on to a lead, taking a long goal kick. It's gone all the way to his opponent goalkeeper of Stecklenburg. Of course, no Onana today. Anyway, here come PSV to try and put the game to bed. Well defended at the end by Shoes. Well, it's going to be a throw-in for Ajax. But at the end of the day, PSV are going to win this if they can just defend like they do. They are frustrating Ajax, but at the same time, Bruma looked like he was offside when he went on the attack. But there has been moments Ajax trying to push it forward, but then the moment PSV win the possession back, they've got hardly anyone ready to defend from the counter-attack. But the likes of Blind, Martinez and Timber have done well to track back and to just avoid that third goal, which, as I keep stressing, will put the game to bed. But at the moment, PSV will have their name on the trophy. Got Accra, awesome Josh saying, when do you think Ten Hag will be announced for Man United? Quite a few of you on the live chat page reckon it will be after this final. Anyway, here's Klazan to try and link it up with Bobby, but no good. But at the end, one of the PSV players has gone down in the box and has won a free kick, and as you'd expect, Bogo has gone up to him and patted him on the back. You'd think maybe to just say, get better soon, mate, but I think it's more just for killing time. But yeah, that was definitely a foul by Timber. He didn't get the ball. By the time it was cleared, Timber was too late and he committed already. It looks like it might be a cramp, as Ramalho is trying to sort him out. OL Akbar saying poor Ajax. Danica saying it's quite boring football compared to the Premier League. I hope he's up to it. Very different standards, isn't it? The Dutch League and the Premier League. And the cameras were just focused on Masviari there, watching from the dugout. He got substituted a few minutes ago. He thought he scored the second goal for Ajax, but it was disallowed. And now a chance for PSV, and that should have been it. Bruma with a free shot at goal. It was wide at the end. Stecklenburg was in between the sticks and he stood completely still. That should have been it. How's he hit that wide from there? Just in front of the 6-yard box. And Ajax, the defenders, just couldn't get there in time to stop the strike. And PSV are knocking on the door for a third goal, but instead it's on the opposite side at the moment. Berghaus, now Tadic, loses the ball in the box. PSV have defended really well, and it's cleared away. Ball didn't actually go out for a throw, so it's back in the Ajax half. James 12 has said, I think Ajax will lose 3-1. Ryan Lackman saying, come on Ajax, bring on Ten Hag. But anyway, here we go again. It's Klazan, tries to chip it in. It's another block. PSV are defending for their lives here. As I said, first cup final in 9 years. Just shows how it can sometimes be difficult to get yourself in this position. PSV about to make another substitution, so Vertessen is coming on, and he is going to replace Sahari. He had a disallowed goal in the first half as he gets applause from his fans on the left-hand side of the stadium. Vertessen takes a few steps out of the dugout and makes the change. And Sahari gets a hug from his manager of Schmidt. But at the moment, we do have a free kick here for Ajax. It's gone into the penalty area, it's headed out. Now on the left-hand side with Tadic, and he loses the ball. Now can PSV go out on the counter here? They've got it long. It's deep now, and there's a foul. Is that last man? There's calls for it, and that is a yellow card for Gravenberch. I think he's lucky there, and you could tell from Gakpo's reaction on the sidelines while wearing his bib, because Vertessen got fouled, and I think there might have been a handball as well from Gravenberch. But I wonder if maybe VAR could be checked for this, because PSV, he was the last man, I think. It's whether or not the referee saw that as a last man, though, because one of the Ajax defenders, and I think it was Timber, was starting to track back. But it's only a yellow card for Gravenberch, so Ajax still on the pitch with 11 men for now. But the noise is getting louder and louder in the PSV end, and they'd love to witness another goal just to give them a comfortable lead. So the free kick is taken, not much of a threat there, it's gone all the way back to the centre circle. Now a chip, long ball, down the middle, and they'll go for a strike, and it's well wide. It goes across the face of goal, hasn't even gone out for a goal kick, and it'll be a throw-in for Ajax next to the corner flag on the far side. We've got NXRY saying, come on Ajax. We've got Martin saying Ten Hag should be up to Premier League. He's gone to Madrid and won 4-1, gone to Stamford Bridge and we're leading 4-1, gone to Tottenham and won, so he's up to the task. Let's not forget he lost to Tottenham in the second leg in terms of the aggregate score, and they missed out on the Champions League final by a matter of seconds. Quite an unbelievable scenes that was that night at the Amsterdam Arena. Ajax looked as though they were going to head to a Champions League final, and at the end it was Tottenham Hotspur, the Lucas Moura show in that second half, coming in with a hat-trick. So 7 minutes to go. Ajax fighting to keep themselves in with a chance of the Dutch Cup. PSV Eindhoven currently leading by 2-1. Gutierrez and Gakpo scoring the goals early on in this second half. Throw in for Ajax. Schmidt, the PSV manager, shouting out instructions, and he has pretty much been doing that throughout the whole game. I don't think he's ever sat down. Danica saying thank you for your commentary. Thanks very much, appreciate that. Appreciate you all watching on. And it looks as though Ajax in the meantime are going to make a double substitution. Play continues though as Vogo, the PSV goalkeeper, has booted it out of the PSV half. Then another lobbed ball down onto the left of Bruma. Bruma couldn't get to it at the end. Now with Klazan. Klazan push there maybe, but referee says play on. Now a few yards forward to the halfway line. A few of the players of both teams sliding around trying to win the ball back. There has been some competition between these two sides. PSV may not win the league, but they certainly want to win the cup. Anyway, here comes Vertessen. He's got a bit of space, but he needs help. He plays it out onto the right, and then a shot is blocked on the edge of the box, and it's gone out for a throw-in on the far side, and one of the PSV players has gone down on the ground, but that gives Ajax the chance to make the double substitution that Ten Hag wants to get done as soon as possible. I'll say this now, I've just seen Goetze and I've completely forgotten that he's been on the pitch, to be honest with you. Haven't seen much from him in this second half. Crash illustration says, come on Ajax, don't fold. So Berghaus and Klaassen have gone off. Kudus and Haturan have come on for Ajax. The frustration of Berghaus and Klaassen. They're two senior players regularly in the starting lineup. Well, I say that Klaassen has been more on the bench in the last, throughout most of the season when it comes to the starting lineup. New York City have scored and it's now 3-0 to them against Real Salt Lake in the MLS. Some of the headlines of today being Chelsea booking an FA Cup final with Liverpool for next month at Wembley Stadium, and also Chelsea women setting up a final with Man City women for the FA Cup final. They'll be playing the day after the men's team at Wembley Stadium on 15th of May. And we did do a live stream watch along of Chelsea's win over Arsenal earlier in the Women's FA Cup, so thanks to those who joined us for that, and to those that have joined us on this match, which we're nearly coming to the end of, unless Ajax can find that second goal. But at this moment it's on the wrong end of the pitch for them. And there's still a chance here. Oh, it's hit the post! And just inches away from sealing the cup there, PSV. Stecklenburg yet again didn't move a muscle. The ball was too far away from him to make any committed save. Well, Ajax have just won a free kick midway in the PSV half, and there's a yellow card that's come out for all the Eindhoven players. But it was Vertessen with the shot. Somehow he got away from the sandwich of his opponents. I think it was between Alvarez and Martinez. Teze's got a yellow card for giving away that free kick. And then the header flicked in from the free kick for Ajax is only to be cleared. They're running out of time. Just over 2 minutes to go. It's now into the box yet again for Ajax, in the 18-yard box. And now here's Bruma, who's won the ball back for PSV. Tries to play it down the line on the left-hand side, only to be intercepted by Tadic. They've kept Tadic very quiet in this game. But be sure to subscribe, folks. Let us know where you're watching this match from today. Ajax with a long ball, and it's too far for Bobby. And it's going to be a goal kick for PSV. We're going to end our current poll, and then we're going to ask you for your man of the match, as we're very close to the 90th. Zahari watching on, standing nervously in the dugout. And they're showing a few quick replays of Gakpo, showing all sorts of different emotions while not being able to play anymore for the rest of this game. Just shows how passionate he is of seeing his team win the Dutch Cup if they can do it. They're just getting louder and louder. There's certainly going to be a party tonight in Rotterdam if PSV are to win this. Here they come again, Ajax. just can't get past that defensive line. PSV just blocking everything. The man of the match poll has gone up. Danica watching from Ireland. Who do you support, Danica? There's a chance here now with Robbie, tries to go for the header. Couldn't get to him at all there. And Ajax yet again, they're calling for a corner. Martinez thought he got a last touch off Gutierrez. Instead, Gutierrez gets pat on the back from his teammates. He did brilliantly well with the defending. He changed the direction of the cross. Another substitution from PSV. Marco van Ginkel's coming on. And there's 6 minutes of added time. We've already reached the first minute of the 6 that have been added. But Patassin, who came on from the bench, is coming off injured. And he is replaced by Van Ginkel. He nearly put the game away when he hit the post a few minutes ago. Well, I wonder if he could be out for the next game for TSV with that injury. It's been some game, whatever happens. Ajax, as you'd expect, have the possession again. They're going on the attack. They've won a free kick. Could that be a yellow card? Maybe not, says the referee. Well, they've won it 9 times, the Dutch Cup, TSV. The last one in 2012. Two minutes up so far, this 6 minutes of added time. It's a dangerous free kick, I say that. It didn't even bounce before it went out of play. It was just too long for Bobby to get to, and it's just not been his day. He started ahead of Haller today. I think maybe some of the Ajax fans wished it was the other way around in terms of their starting lineup, but a few of the PSV bench players, including Gakpo, getting the fans to make some more noise. And some of them probably starting to feel like celebrating, but there's still 3 more minutes to go. Ten Hag, well, he'll have nowhere to hide if they lose this on a week where he could be offered the Manchester United job. But yet again, when it comes to a big game for Ten Hag, he can't seem to get the result. Would that be the issue that Man United have? Danica again saying, come on Ajax. Siska 14 saying, please draw. It'll go to extra time if they draw. But this could be it now. It's Bruma, goes for it, and it's just across the face of goal. Couldn't find the net. It's gone out for a goal kick. Straight, Stecklenburg ain't wasting any time. He's kicked the goal kick deep into the PSV half. It's only to be headed back to the Ajax half. Now it's onto the left hand side, running down the wing. PSV have got every man behind the ball at the moment. And brilliant goalkeeping from, well, I say that, he drops it, Bogo, but luckily it wasn't dealt with or cleared. And PSV clear it, less than 2 minutes to go. I think they've run out of ideas from what I'm seeing, Ajax. Lots of laymen saying, come on PSV. Iron, Rob in, not Robin, but Robin has got in touch saying Indonesia for PSV. 90 seconds remaining. Rahul reckons Ajax are going to score. And this could be it now, surely. One-on-one. Oh, what a save by Stekelenburg. Bruma should have just put the game to bed for sure. How's he missed? Smith screaming, but I think he's just giving him support to just say, it might not matter, we might still win this. Less than a minute to go. Stekelenburg has kept the game alive for Ajax. Might not matter, but who knows? Remember to vote for your man of the match on the live poll, folks. Another cross in for Ajax yet again. PSV on set pieces have got it spot on. And now here's Bruma. Picks it up, tries to go on the counter but loses it. Ajax in the midfield. Long ball. Flicked header. It's getting a bit nerve-wracking now for PSV. Just seconds remaining. Have they won a free kick? They have. Tadic with the foul. And that might just be it. It's a free kick in the PSV half, midway point of their own half. And some of the PSV fans are very excited now. They just want to hear that full-time whistle. So, as you'd expect, they are taking their time, taking this free kick in their own half. Just a big kick, I'm sure, will be taken by the goalkeeper. Bogo comes up to it. And it's a big kick down to the right. And I'm sure they'll try and play it into the corner. Instead, it's a cross in to try and find Bruma. There's another red flare that's gone out, and that's it. Ajax can't go on the attack again because that is it. The full-time whistle has gone here in Rotterdam. And PSV Eindhoven have stunned the Dutch champions and have won the Dutch Cup for the first time in 10 years. They last won it in 2012. They were runners-up 9 years ago, but the long time has been worth it. The wait has been worth it for PSV Eindhoven. They have won by 2-1. 2 goals in 2 minutes, turning the game around, and Ajax had no answer whatsoever. Ten Hag goes out to his players on the pitch and gets the handshake sorted, but there'll be a lot of questions from that. Ajax missing out on silverware. They may be 4 points ahead of PSV Eindhoven in the league, but at least PSV have got some silverware for now. And what a Dutch Cup final that has been, folks. Get in touch on the live chat page. And remember to vote for your man of the match. But it has ended. PSV Eindhoven are the Dutch Cup winners. They have won by 2-1. So just a quick summary of what happened in the game. So that we saw the opening goal of the game coming from Gravenberch on the 23rd minute when he took a shot with all sorts of space outside the box. He went for it and he found the bottom corner of the net. But before Gravenberch scored, we saw Zahari go down the middle and score, and he celebrated. The whole team was celebrating, and then out of nowhere it was offside after all that. And very, very well, interestingly, it was just by a hand offside. And then pretty much in the second half, PSV, well, just before half-time, Mazriari looked as though he put them 2-0 up by accident. It looked as though the cup was going in one direction, but Mazriari was also offside. Not him, but one of his teammates were offside. I think it was Tadic, but if my memory serves me correctly, that he was offside. And in that build-up, when Mazriari scored, everyone thought that Ajax were 2-0 up, but at the end, PSV were given a lifeline thanks to VAR. And then in that second half, Ajax having 2 goals against them in a matter of 2 minutes, and they would go on to lose after Gutierrez scored from a Gakpo free kick, scoring with a header, and then 2 minutes later Gakpo did a goal similar to Gravenberch, which was plenty of space outside the box. He went for it, and if you don't try, you don't know, and he proved that it was worth the move. But that is how it has ended. Ajax just couldn't respond to it. They had all of that second half to come back, but they just couldn't do it. PSV defended for their lives, and they absolutely nailed it at the end. So Schmidt and his team will be certainly having a lot of fun tonight. Let's read some of your messages. Danica says, thank you, enjoyed your commentary. Oh, thanks, Danica. Be sure to subscribe, folks, before you leave the stream. We'd love to get your support. We do plenty of football commentaries here on YouTube, so do get yourselves following the channel for your future sport watch-alongs, whether that's snooker or football, cricket, F1, MotoGP, you name it. We've got some World Snooker coming up this week, and then next weekend we've got quite a bit of motorsport going on with the MotoGP Portuguese Grand Prix taking place and the Imola Grand Prix for the Formula One World taking place next week. So yes, should be fun. Let's read some of your messages. We are going to just quickly end the poll. So we gave you a chance to vote for your man of the match. We've had over 90 of you vote. And the results are about to come in, and it's Gakpo who wins the Let's Talk Sport man of the match today at 43%. And was there any doubt really? He's set up a goal from a free kick and then also scored the winning goal. Quite the 2 minutes that he had there. Gravenberch 31%. Gutierrez 17%, who scored the first goal for PSV, and Tezzi, who defended brilliantly today for Eindhoven, he gets 8%, so he gets the lowest of the votes out of the 4 players. Well, anyway, I think we are going to wrap it up there. So thank you very much, all of you, for listening to our live commentary of PSV Eindhoven versus Ajax. It's PSV Eindhoven who get the early silverware, but it could just be maybe a bit of a confidence booster in their bid to try and stop Ajax win the league title. Ten Hag, it was a big week for him, but when it came to the big stage today, he couldn't get the result he wanted. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you very soon here on Let's Talk Sport.